Hey there, Hamed Yazdi here shooting this video in beautiful Orange County, California. And this video is video number 3 of the video series, How to Have a Wonderful Relationship, okay? Inspired by our 5th year anniversary, my wife and I. Now, in video number 1, we talked about how important it is to, first of all, believe that you can have a wonderful relationship. The second video, we talked about, what do we talk about? Letting go of the past, if it brings up any negative feelings, and sticking to it when it brings up positive feelings. And number 3 is going to be about being committed, okay? Now, this might be a little bit different from what you're assuming. Obviously, you have to be committed to your partner, in terms of integrity and fidelity. Obviously, a relationship that lacks that, it's going to be very difficult to sustain. But what I want to talk about is what I believe is something that a lot of people neglect, which is being committed to the relationship. In other words, being committed to actually having a long-lasting relationship and really caring and nurturing that relationship and making sure that it stays, and being committed to keeping it alive and wanting it. I believe personally that if you really care to keep your relationship and to have a wonderful relationship, then eventually you're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. That commitment will not allow little things to get in the way, okay? When I think back about, my relationship, I know that the one thing that kept us together, no matter what we went through, and we went through quite a lot, was the fact that we both were very, very committed to keeping our relationship and staying together and making it work, okay? So basically, a lot of people, they quit, okay? And here's the reality. There's no such thing as a failure, I don't think that a failed marriage really exists. It's just one that people quit on, or a relationship. So basically, your desire to have a successful relationship has to be greater than your desire to quit when things get tough. It's really that simple, okay? Most people, when things get difficult, they quit. They quit their marriage, they quit their diet, they quit their exercise routine, they quit their jobs, they quit their business, whatever it is, they quit their dreams and goals in life. Well, it's no different with a relationship. You have to be committed. Now, just like all those other things, if you're committed and you make it work through, it will be so worth it. It really makes me, I feel like if I had quit, okay, when sometimes, things got pretty tough, I would have missed out on so much, okay? And I feel it's such a shame that a lot of people do miss out on the potential they could have had as a couple, and the life that I'm experiencing. And I can't even imagine that that sometimes, we may have even lost the beautiful relationship that we have right now. And I can't even imagine losing what I'm going to have in years, with my wife and my family, as our family grows. So, I think I mentioned this in the last video that, I know a lot of people, they go through a tough time. They get through some pretty big arguments or discussions or a big fight, whatever. Something that I believe pretty much every relationship has. If you haven't, then consider yourself one of the few rare exceptions out there in terms of relationships. But really, what happens is they decide to quit the relationship because of a couple bad things that happened. And it makes me realize that, wow, that could have been the best thing that ever happened for that relationship. Because I know that every time we got through a tough time, my wife and I, we were able to reaffirm our belief to each other of how committed we are to the actual relationship, okay? So remember, stay committed and don't quit. It's that simple, okay? Your desire to have a good relationship has to be bigger than your desire to quit, and there will be times where you may feel that you want to quit, okay? But that's very temporary, okay? That's what I've realized. Every time I, thought that, it was very temporary, okay? And it is so worth it, okay, when you do have that wonderful relationship. So video number 3, stay committed, okay? And this is obviously, you want to be committed to each other, but this is also being committed to the relationship. Hey, I hope you got value out of this. I look forward to seeing your comments. Let me know your biggest takeaway, and I'll see you on the next video on how to have a wonderful relationship. God bless. This is Hamed Yazdi. Take care.